Okay, sorry that it didn't occur to me until about halfway through changing out my tuners. Since I couldn't find a video on doing this, maybe I could just make one really quick. So what I'm doing is I'm replacing my stock Gibson tuners with a set of vintage made in USA. If you can see, it says USA there, Grover tuners on my Les Paul. So, there are a couple of instructionals online, and the worst thing you can do is enlarge the hole by drilling it all the way through, because you take the ferrule, the bushing out for the original tuners. The hole that is here is the correct size to slip in the bushing for the Grover tuners. But unfortunately, the base of the Grover tuner is larger than that. So if you drill this hole all the way straight through, then what you're going to end up with is a very loose fit for the bushing. So the trick is that you want to keep the hole the same size on the top, but on the bottom of the neck, I don't know if you can see this or not, you can see there's a little kind of a little shelf in there, so it's counterbored, and this is the way that it is originally. So you need to create that counterbore, and that means that the bottom part of the tuner will fit nice, and on the other side the bushing will fit in the correct size hole. So you end up with two different sizes. The bottom part's larger to accept the base of the Grover, and then the front part stays the same to accept the bushing for the Grover. So there's a couple of ways you can do it. You can be really careful with a drill bit. They also make a hand reamer that's tapered, and you can do the right size, kind of a little bit at a time and measure it. But what I found is that Stuart McDonald actually makes a really cool reamer with a guide on the end, and so basically this helps you square up the hole. And what I've done is I've taken the Grover tuner. You can see where the cutting portion is, and so I marked that point on the reamer with tape, so I know exactly how deep I need to go to get the counterbore right. And you could do this by hand if you wanted. I just have it on my cordless drill, and I have it turned down on the slower speed. So I just go very, very, very slow. Start off, it'll cut a little ring. You can make sure the alignment is good when you've just gone about 1 millimeter deep into the wood. And then once you're satisfied, the guide bushing will kind of help you keep the reamer going in at a 90-degree angle, but it's better to just be careful and make sure that it's going in at a 90-degree angle. Go slow, cut a little bit at a time. You go down to your tape, and once you get down to your tape, then all you have to do is drop in your new tuner, and you're going to be left with the extra hole from the Gibson tuner, but you're going to use the existing bottom hole that's right here. So that is exactly where it needs to be for the Grover tuner. So when you start off, you just take off your old tuners, and then this bushing is pressed in from the front. So from the back, you can use anything that you want. This little piece of the end of it's actually it's a caster, and it just actually happens to be the right size. And basically, you can slip this into the hole. It's pretty comfortable in your hand. You can just gently press the bushing right out. Once you have the bushing out, then you can start doing your counterbore for the Grover tuners. And really, other than the fact that I've taken 5 minutes to shoot this video, I think the whole thing probably would take me 15 minutes to do. So piece of cake, especially with the Stuart McDonald tool. And the part number for the Stuart McDonald there it is right there. It's Peghead Tuner Reamer. It was $17.85. And, you know, as I said, it really, if you go slow and you mark it with a piece of tape, I find it very difficult to believe that you could make a mistake. I mean, really, it's just a thing of beauty and well worth $17.85. So hopefully this helps somebody that wants to do the same thing with their Les Paul. Thanks.